Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us, and if not, then welcome back. So today we are doing part 2 of Every Home is a Different Shape in The Sims 4. This is a series that I just started, and in the first part we did circle, which you guys seem to really enjoy, and I decided for part 2 I wanted you guys to help me and vote on what shape you actually wanted to see me do. As you can see by this 1% advantage, you guys did end up voting for the heart shape, so that is the shape that I am going to be doing today. If you're enjoying this series, please let me know, and please comment down below what shapes you want to see me do in the future, and keep an eye on that YouTube post section because I'll be putting out polls and asking you guys what shapes you want to see. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so here is the shape that we're dealing with, and as you can see, I've already went ahead and built it, and don't ask me how long this took me because I had to use a lot of brain power for this, and I don't have a lot of that, so it was a struggle. But this is what the shape looks like. As you can see, it's right next to our circle home. If you've not seen that video, please make sure to check it out. I will put a link in the description for it. I already have plans for this shape, so the first thing I want to do is work out what we're doing with the outside, and with it being a heart shape, my idea is to make this look very kind of grand looking. I feel like this is going to be a really like extravagant type of home, so I'm going to start by adding some fencing up top. By the way, my camera has been a little bit weird with the lighting and shadows on my face, so if you notice anything like that, please ignore. I've tried to fix it so many times and it's just not agreeing with me. But here we are, so I have added this railing to the top, which I feel like gives it a really grand kind of look, and I'm definitely going to add a way of getting up here. I feel like a staircase from the outside would be the best way to do it, just so I'm not using up any of the space on the inside. Now, we did get these stairs from the new pack, the Businesses and Hobbies pack, I think it's called, and they are kind of perfect. I'm thinking if they have a really light swatch, I'm thinking we could definitely use this as a way to get up to the top. Okay, I changed it to the white swatch just because I feel like it looks a little bit better, but now I'm gonna get started with the entrance. So I think we can start by adding some kind of platform just to kind of, I don't know, initiate the front door a little bit. I'm not sure if I want this to be raised or not. I did have the last one raised, but I feel like we're going for two totally different aesthetics here. Maybe even if we did something like this, although I would probably have to change this to medium wall height just so that we don't have like no wall space on the inside.
2 hours later.
I am going to move on to the inside, and you're probably wondering what's going to go on up here. Don't worry, we're going to work that out once we do the floor plan and work out what we're doing on the bottom floor. Then we can move up here and work out what's going on up here. So I kind of have in my head that these places are going to be like 1 or 2 bedroom because they're such small spaces that we're dealing with. The last home we managed to make 2, but I feel like this isn't going to be possible. So first, I'm going to work out what we can do with these areas here. Realistically, one of these should probably be a bedroom. I think if we make maybe like this one the bedroom, we could split this one into 2 and have a bathroom. Okay, I'm thinking with this floor plan so far, we could have a bathroom, a kid's bedroom, a parent's bedroom, and then we could have our living and dining down here. I'm just not sure how I want to lay this out. Maybe we could have a dividing wall and we could have the kitchen here and the living room in here. This place might be grand, but it's not very big. Yeah, I'm feeling like maybe 2 Barbie dolls are gonna be living in here. Something tells me we're gonna need doors in this house. Let's get some in. So I'm thinking we can go really basic with doors, or we can jazz it up a bit. I love the high school years doors. This makes the most sense. I'm also glad that we have the kitchen here and the living room here because I really didn't want to try and put them on rounded walls. If we move this wall, we could have a smaller kitchen and a bigger living space. Part of me feels like this might work better, but also part of me thinks if we put the wall here, then we could have a kind of more open plan space. and I don't know what one I prefer. The only issue is I wouldn't be able to utilize this space because this would be a walkway. So, but at the same time, we could have counters here and counters on the back. I think I might go with this because it seems to work really nicely with the space and it kind of makes it feel a little bit more grand. And if we are building this for Barbie, I feel like she needs the best of the best. This is what she would want. Always love the Dream Home Decorator ones, especially in houses like these, because they feel a little bit more, what's the word, like Play-Doh? Like, they don't feel quite right, but I love them, if that makes sense. I am going to remove one of these counters because my plan is to put some kind of dining space here. So if we go into the dining room, so I think if we go in with the matching one, this would be our best shout. Oh my, look at that chair. Look at that chair. I can't. I just can't. I don't want the space to feel too bright and like there's not enough like detail and things going on, so I am trying to stay very aware of that. But right now we have this kind of situation going on, which I think utilizes the space really nicely. Let's see if we can add some upper cabinets for the kitchen just now. I'm thinking, yeah, they feel so homey. Let's get a fridge in here. There's not a new fridge, right? No. I love the Smeg fridge. I'm sorry, but it's just an absolute staple. And it comes in pink. It comes in pink. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's see what stoves we have. Again, we have some pink ones. We did use this in the last one, so I don't want it to be too repetitive. So maybe we could go with one of these. I love these ones so much, and it means we can add this to the top. And it looks so sweet. Okay, we also have things like, oh, the Kate and Berry sweet treats. That is cute. Maybe we should go in with some sort of microwave or even like a coffee maker. I love putting these in builds. They just look so sweet. I had one of these because I feel like you cannot go wrong with these. They're so cute. I kind of feel like a white one might break up the pink just because there's a lot of pink going on. I can see it. Don't worry. Don't worry, I can see it. Something I like to do is if you go into the bathroom space and you go into accents, I love to go and get like different types of the towels and set them on these counters. It's kind of annoying to do because you typically would need to use the tool mod, or you could delete the wall without tool mod and then place the wall back to stop it snapping to it, and then just raise it with your bracket keys. But it's something that I love to do. I never know how far to elevate it to, so that's always a bit of maneuvering. I feel like it just adds that little extra bit of detailing and it just makes the build look a little bit more, I don't know, thought about, I suppose, but I just love doing that. Okay, so now I want to add a towel in here because I love adding towels. It's my go-to thing. Okay, so this is what we got going on now. Let's add a little bit of clutter because I love clutter. I feel like I don't need to say it too many times. Also, this is a new item and I know that it's like pottery, but it is so cute. I feel like I need to add it. So I'm gonna add it. Let's add in some of my go-tos. Do we think that Barbie likes to eat chilies? I don't know. This Barbie does. This Barbie loves it. That is such a good plant. I am saving that plant for a moment where I need a plant. Oh my gosh. I can't. That might be the prettiest lamp I have ever seen. Look at that lamp. I can't. That is stunning. That is stunning. Let's put this plant here as well because it is literally stunning. And we also need a bin because I can't forget a bin. 2 for 2 in not forgetting bins. Yeah, Barbie needs a burglar alarm because who is not trying to rob Barbie? Let's be honest. I love that we've just decided it's Barbie, by the way. I mean, it makes sense. It makes so much sense. I feel like I can't get away with putting any stools here just because one's a sink, one's obviously a coffee maker, and then a coffee machine, and then one of them has a chair right in front of it. So I'm just gonna put down the little sweetie rug, and I'm gonna have it kind of slanted to show that it's been used quite a lot. I love new things. I love new things. I see new things and I'm like, I need that new thing. I need to use that new thing. That new thing is so nice and new. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to. If this railing wasn't here, this would look really nice. Part of me wants to just remove it completely, but now it looks strange. Although we could just put like a small fence. Maybe if we use this, do they have like a version of this, or is that wishful thinking? I'm kind of thinking if we use this glass one, it might not show through. It might, but it might not. So I'm gonna try it. Okay, that is so much better. Yes, perfect. Okay, let's put in some more paintings and posters. I think we can probably put something here. I love putting like frames around these. If I put this here and we put this in front of it, and then we just raise it by 0.5 and then just click. There we go. Now we have a framed cactus picture, which looks pretty cute. And we can change the color of the frame as well. There we go. I feel like that looks super cute. It doesn't look perfect, but I feel like it does the trick. Okay, so this is the kitchen space all done. Of course, I still need to add a little bit of wallpaper here, but we're going to do that once we move on to the living room. But I think it turned out super cute. So let's work out what we want to do with the living space. Okay, so I feel like this is just screaming fireplace. Like, we just need to put that in here. What really comes to mind is this one. This is from a kit. What kit is it from? Cozy Quiche, I want to say. I want to say this from Cozy Quiche. But it's a really cute one. But I don't know if it's the vibe. I don't know. We also have this one. This one is from the Bistro kit. And it's really cute. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, it's really cute. Okay, this is too cute. This is too cute. I also am struggling though because I feel like realistically this should be here, but I can't put this here because there's a big door in the way. So it should be here. Do you see my issue? You probably do. I feel like there was a chair that we got with this. Yes. Perfect. Also, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm wondering if I'd rather use the cream colored ones just to kind of split up the colors a little bit because I feel like the pink might get too much. So I'm gonna go with the lighter creamy ones. And let's try and pick out a rug. I love rugs. I really do. Like if I could put a rug in every single room, I do. I do put a rug in every single room. But in real life, if I could put a rug in every single room, well, I probably wouldn't, but The Sims is different. I don't know what my point was. My point was that I love rugs, but I find it so hard picking the right rug. I'm gonna go in with this one. This is from the Decor to the Max pack, and I just like this one a lot. I think it looks really cute. I'm also gonna just move it up a little bit. Okay, I'm also trying to decide if we want to bring some of that brick in from the outside and put it on this wall. I feel like I'm so bad at picking lights. I always choose the same ones. I'm trying to think of ones that will be bright, but also the vibe. I really like these. What pack are these from? These are from Love Struck. They are really cute. I'm assuming they'll have like a smaller version, right? Let's see. I've never used these ones, so I'm not sure. They don't. I think they only have them in the long one. Okay, what if we put one above the table? Because your Sim's not going to walk into that. And then we could put one above that table, because again, I hope your Sims aren't going to walk into that. And we could use something different for the rest of them. I'm trying to think ones that are quite bright, but still the vibe. Is it bad if I just go in with my old trusted? I mean, we know that these work. Also something I'm debating, I don't know if this is gonna look quite right, but if we mix some of these half walls, it might open up the space a little bit. What do we think? Does that look weird? Be honest with me, does it look weird? It does, but hear me out, hear me out. Let me cook. Guys, let me cook. So my idea is to kind of do like something like this so it doesn't look so, I don't know, closed, but I don't know if that just makes it look weird. But we could put a TV here is what I was thinking. And because we've been getting such cool TVs recently, like look at this one. I feel like this goes so nicely with the space and it works really nice with this kind of like custom wall situation. I don't know. I wish I could get your live feedback right now because I need help. I need an opinion. Okay. I'm gonna put in a little plant down here because I love a good plant. I feel like I should put it on this side because we've got a plant on that side. Maybe that makes no sense, but that's how my brain works. Perfect. I love how that looks. That is so cute. Okay, that is like cuteness beyond cuteness. Now we do have a space over here. I feel like I definitely could put something in the corner, but what else can I do with this space around it? Well, we need curtains. So sometimes curtains can be enough for a space, depending on what curtains we use. But I love putting curtains on doors. It is like one of my favorite things to do. They just look so cute. I think if we do that and then just put some of these, I feel like that looks so cute. This is like such a contrast from the old home, from the other house, by the way. Maybe, oh my god, this is literally the ultimate Barbie bookshelf. Yes. Yes. By the way, Barbie's living here. I don't know if I made that clear enough. Like, we've settled on that now. Okay, I think I'm gonna do like a little desk area over here. Maybe this is where Barbie chills out. Maybe this is where her daughter chills out. I don't know, but I feel like a desk going here just makes sense. And oh, we got a new laptop. Stop it. That is so beyond cute. Although I feel like this one might fit a little bit better for the vibes. But that one is so, so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna put some little decoration things. Like we've got a water bottle. We could maybe do some magazines. I feel like they work. We could do some boxes underneath just for a little bit of realism. Why not? Okay, something I'm thinking is realistically I would have put a like table here, but because of the way that this is built, I feel like your sim wouldn't be able to get around. So I'm going to put this here and I'm gonna maybe put a table here because your sim's probably not gonna walk this way anyway. And I don't know, I feel like it looks kind of empty. I do really like this one. This one is normally like an outdoor kind of patio table, but I feel like it might work here. So if we get a lamp, I'm thinking the lamp from the kitchen and put it here. Oh yeah, that looks so sweet. I think that helps the space quite a lot. I just put in like this accent table and just clutter it up a little bit. I feel like this might look super cute. Especially, oh my god, yes, with this. This is from, again, that kit. The Cozy Quiche kit. It's cute. And then we can put some extra little details. Okay, so I've sized these down so I don't actually know if they're functional, but I thought they'd be a cute little thing to add just because there's not like too much going on in this room. So I feel like that just adds a little something. I've also added a mirror to the corner because I feel like that is very, very vibey. I feel like Barbie would definitely have that. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit of clutter like so, just to kind of get the idea across that we have a little bit of washing going on. That's a thing that we have over here a lot. We have washing machines and tumble dryers in kitchens, so I feel like it's not crazy if we put them there. Put all of this stuff in the corner because I can't really get an appliance in here without it looking a little bit odd. So I think if we do this, we can add something like probably a microwave here, and we still have a space that we can work on. I'm also going to add the little critter basket down here because I feel like that could be used as a kind of laundry basket. Unless you're wanting to actually play with laundry day, then you could definitely replace that and just add one of those instead. Okay, so this is the main space all complete. I think it looks really, really cute. Definitely looks very Barbie-esque. And I think we can now move on to a different area of the home. So I'm thinking we should probably just get the bathroom out of the way because it's not gonna be too exciting, but I'm still gonna try and make it, you know, the vibes. So let's see what we can do. I feel like this is super cute. There is another one. There's this one, which is like a more subtle white, I feel like. But part of me is wondering if it's better if I just go for like the white ones so that there's not too much pink. I don't know. I don't want there to be too much, but I feel like we've already like we've already explored a lot of the pinks, so it might be a little bit too late to say that. But for the wallpaper, we do have this one, which is really cute, but I don't know. Or we could even just go in with this one. This is just a base game one as well, but I don't know. I feel like it looks pretty sweet. It gets the color scheme across. It works quite well. So let's go with this one for now. I'm going to put two lights in here because I always feel like things end up too like dark. I think I might want to do some cabinets. I don't normally do cabinets when I'm doing builds because I don't know. There's not actually a reason. I think whenever I do bathrooms, I always do like 2x3 bathrooms, so there's never enough room for me to do cabinets. But this is quite a big bathroom. We have a lot of space. So I feel like we can get away with doing something a little bit more luxurious, especially when it's for our girl Barbie. I feel like we can do it. Like we can make this work. So I'm gonna put, I don't know, we don't really have like one that goes with these as far as I can see. I can't see one that matches. So we could put this one in, or we could just put in a normal sink and hope that that works. I love the circular sinks so much. They look so cute. I feel like if we go in with that one, that might look super sweet. And then we can definitely go in with a rug as well because it doesn't matter if it's a bathroom, okay, like a rug just makes sense. I'm gonna go in with a mirror as well. What mirrors do we have? This one's very luxurious, but maybe, oh, this one's super cute. What is this from? Love Struck again. Love Struck is just coming in clutch today. Okay, and then we can put in the toilet, and I feel like the toilet's gonna be really easy because they seem to sit really well on most walls. I just don't know where to put it where it's not like super out of place. There is dividers that we have in one of the packs, but I feel like these ones might look a little bit better. I don't know. I'm hoping because they're a little bit more effort to do. So this, I know it doesn't look the greatest, but I feel like it divides it a little bit. Maybe we could also put some here just for a little bit of like cohesiveness so that it doesn't look too out of place. I don't know. I'm also thinking if we want to do that, we could, hear me out, hear me out. This is also right beside a window, but it's all right. No one's here. No one's looking. And Sims don't care. I built this wall. Okay. Bear with me, bear with me. And then we put this on the wall. And then I delete the wall. You see? It kind of works, I feel like. The idea is definitely there. Okay, I feel like these blinds are like suitable for the space that we have going on. I just feel like it's looking a little bit empty. Maybe if we add some kind of like light into the walls. Now that I'm looking at the floor, I'm like, the floor is throwing me off a little bit. I feel like if we change it to something else, it might look a little bit better. I just don't know what. I'm not sure. This is that a weird floor? I don't know. Does it feel dirty? I feel like it's cute, but oh, the vampires one. Wait, the vampires one is kind of cute. I like the way that looks. Is that weird? I think that looks so cute. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, I am still kind of trying to figure out if this space works as much as I'd like it to. I feel like with it being such an awkward space, it works quite well. I do think we should have another rug here though. I think that's what it's missing. It needs a rug. There just needs to be a little something extra in here. It doesn't feel quite done right now. I really like this wallpaper, and now I feel like for flooring, I kind of want to change it again.
2 hours later.
So this is the bathroom all complete. I think it looks really cute. So we have a section for like bathing and showering, and then we have our sink section, and then of course like our toilet area over here. And I feel like it's so cute. It was kind of hard to work with this space. I feel like I am not used to doing bathrooms that are this big, but I still think it turned out super sweet. So we can now move on and do one of the bedrooms. I'm going to start with the smaller bedroom. So this is going to be for, well, if we're going by the lore, it should be for Shelly. If you don't know, Shelly is Barbie's younger sister. So yeah, she is going to be staying in this room. And I'm just going to make this super cute and super sweet. I don't know what I want to do for the wallpaper just yet, so I'm just going to keep it plain until we kind of decide what we're doing. But let's see what kind of beds we have. Maybe we should filter by pink for this. I love this bed so much. It is so cute. I also really like the beds like these and like this one. This reminds me of like Barbie, like when you would watch it, like I feel like we kind of need to use this bed. This is so cute. I want to put it somewhere where like it's gonna make the most sense. I feel like putting it up here is a bit awkward. Maybe we could put the bed here, like when you first walk in. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And we definitely need a bedside table. Okay, filtering by pink helps a whole bunch. Like this helps a lot. I am not gonna go too overboard, I don't think. I hope. What else do we have? Oh, these are just so cute. I love them. Everything is so sweet. This is such a cute little like, this is such a cute little wardrobe. Like, look at that. It's a pink that we've not really explored in the rest of the house. So I feel like it works really nicely in here. We should definitely put in some rugs. Let's see what ones we've got. We have got a whole bunch of rugs, but what ones do we want to use today? Yeah, this one. It is so cute. I feel like maybe I should put in two because maybe Barbie comes in here and they have like little girl chats and it's a whole vibe. I'm gonna put some cutesy stuff like the unicorn in here, and we can definitely add some little activities in here like to the floor and things. Definitely one of those. I think we should definitely add a mirror in here because I think that Shelly, she takes after Barbie, doesn't she? Like canonically that's true. So she is gonna want, she's gonna want a mirror. She's gonna want to see what's going on. What she looks like, if she's having a wardrobe disaster or not. She's gonna want to be able to see it. We also have these really cute curtains which come in some super sweet swatches like this. It's such a plain swatch. Oh, this one's cute, but I feel like this one. I'm gonna add like a little table over here, like clutter on it. Maybe even some cards, because kids love to make cards. And I might also put some stuff on the walls, because posters are just like perfect for kids' rooms. I feel like they're not gonna sit good on that wall. So if we put them over here, there's also some really cute ones. If we go to the wall decorations, there's some that show up in there and they're so cute. Okay, these ones as well, because I feel like these just make so much sense. I feel like they work. Doesn't like Shelly like doing stuff like that? Yeah. By the way, you don't actually have to use this as Barbie's home. You can put anyone in here. I just think this works so well with being a Barbie type of home. Okay, and that is her bedroom complete. So she's got her bed, a bedside table, she's got some cool posters, a wardrobe, a mirror, seating as well. She does only have a small space, so it's not like I could put too much in here, but I think it ended up looking super cute. But we can now move on to Barbie's room, or whoever is staying in this home, whether it's Barbie or not. Okay, so I'm gonna start by picking out the bed because I feel like you need to work the rooms around the bed. So I always choose the beds first. And I was looking at this one for the younger sister's room, but I don't know. Do I want this, or I do like this one as well? I feel like it depends. If we're going like pure Barbie core, then like maybe we could go with this one. But if we're just going for that kind of like pink vibe, then we could get away with using many different kinds of beds. But this one is a really cute bed. I can't lie. This is really sweet. And I feel like it works really nice in the middle of the room. Sometimes I feel like you need to rejig stuff, but I think this might work. My only issue is that window, but I can't put it in the middle because it does this. So we're gonna make it work. Gonna be okay. I'm gonna try and pick out some bedside tables that I can put on both sides. Sometimes I put a different one on each side, but I feel like I want to do some matching ones for this bed. I've realized, by the way, that she has a very big room, so she has a lot of space to work with here. I'm gonna do probably a vanity in here because I feel like we can fit one, so we may as well include one. Plus, if this is not the home to put a vanity, then I don't know what is. I feel like these are perfect. So if we use these, we can do some like kind of custom wardrobes. I don't know if they'll still count as wardrobes. I feel like if we add the clothes, they will. I think that's how it works. I don't know. But yeah, if we add those in, I think they'll look so cute. I never use these items like ever, so I feel like this just works really nicely. I'm gonna put some kind of like rugs over here just to draw a little bit more attention to it because I feel like this is an area of the room that she likes a lot. She's like collecting her clothes. It's kind of like a hobby. So I feel like if we do something like this, we can draw a little bit more attention to the space. Especially if we add a mirror. I know that we have a vanity, but realistically, you probably wouldn't look at yourself in the vanity. You would probably want to have a mirror if you had this kind of space in your bedroom. So I'm gonna put a mirror. I think I'm gonna face it in the way though. We do have one of these on the other side, so I'm not gonna use this one. Maybe definitely a standing mirror of some kind. Maybe just like this one, like a little plain one. Oh, in fact, maybe we should put the mirror in front of the light because that's how my ring lights are. So that makes a lot of sense. I'm just gonna move these over a little bit. I'm gonna put this in just now because this would be here, and I feel like some shoes as well that have like been opened are pretty cute, so we can pop those in the corner. Maybe some like makeup on here. We would definitely want makeup on the vanity though, so maybe I should save the makeup for there, and we should keep this with like hats maybe. I don't know, like clothing pieces. Do I feel like we need to go in with this because it just makes sense, like it does. Stuff to put on here. Oh, we could do headphones as well. I feel like she would definitely be walking around in these. And I can't find this hat. I'm trying to find a hat. Oh, tissues. They're just like a good thing. to have. You need to have tissues. I actually don't have tissues in my room. Maybe I should get tissues. We can definitely add this as well because if she wants to go to the gym, she can have that there. Okay, this is what I've got going on with the wallpaper. I feel like it's so hard to pick wallpaper. So I have taken away one of the lights just there, as you've seen. I feel like sometimes when there's less light, you can just see things better. And I feel like this looks a little bit better with less lighting. But I love this little area over here. It's such a messy, like, little vibe, but I feel like it looks so nice. I'm wondering if we can maybe add some shoes over here just to add a little bit of something extra. But yeah, I love it so much. I love the messiness. And I'm gonna add a rug, I think, underneath here, just to add a little bit something extra. I'm also like, part of me is like, do we need another rug in this room? But then I'm like, yeah, we do. We need another rug. Okay, now we've just got this side of the room to do. So I feel like with big bedrooms like this, sometimes it's hard to come up with what to put in like every single space. But I think if we put in some kind of like bookshelf or something of the sort, that might help. I love this one. This is from the Modern kit, right? The Modern Luxe kit, I think. And oh, it's so sweet. It's perfect. Like, it works perfectly. I feel like we might want to put this over here. And I'm also considering putting some sort of like bin under here. And also, this is what I don't know. Should we put a chair at the vanity, or is that... I mean, chairs snapped it, so I guess it's not weird. This definitely looks like a vanity kind of chair. Yeah, let's put this in. I love putting things on the walls of my builds, so let's see what we can find in here. We've got like these little like cross-stitching paintings. I might put these up as well. Dreamcatcher, that's always a cute one, and I feel like I never use it, so let's go with that one as well, just to add a little bit of something. And then we do have a lot of space over here if we want to include anything. Maybe some paintings. I feel like these are really cute. Oh, they have some cute swatches. I don't think I've ever looked at all of these before. That one is really cute. Let's put that one in. And I also think I want to go in with some little like seating options as well. The macaroons are too cute. I think that might just be the end of that bedroom, which means the only place we have left to do is the top area. So as you can see, we had kind of dealt with this earlier and we weren't too sure what we were going to put up here. I'm thinking, based on the inside, maybe we could do some kind of like art stuff, because I don't know, I feel like this would be such a nice place to kind of sit and paint and do a little bit of art. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like that would be super cute. So why don't we do some little like art station up here? I'm gonna put in like lots of canvases because I feel like they're gonna be so cute up here. And I might use more of the ones that I used in that bedroom because those were so good, and I feel like I can just pop them around the place. But yeah, I'm gonna put them all around the place, and I might also put a few easels, just, you know, because it's such a big space. And then I feel like in the middle we could probably just do some stuff for like lounging, because realistically they're probably going to want to do that as well. Look at this swing set. Put a barbecue up here. Feel like I might want to like put it over here so it's not super, I don't know, out in the open. And then I'm gonna see what kind of lounging things we could use. I love these. I know that there's no pool, but I feel like these work even without. So maybe if we do like 2 over here and we do like 2 down here. And that might look really sweet. Oh, we should also probably add in a mailbox because that's going to be needed. And we probably need bins as well, but I feel like they might take away from the vibe. Let's just add like one here. And with the plant, you can't really see it. It's just hiding away. I feel like that is it for our heart-shaped home. So we have our lounging slash scenic painting area, and then we have on the inside our main bedroom. We have our little small bedroom, our bathroom, our kitchen and dining space, and then also our lounging living room space as well. And it's all in a heart shape with a little staircase leading up to the top area. So that is us. We have came to the end of today's video. If you did enjoy this one, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I love to hear the feedback, and let me know how you think I did with the heart-shaped home. I will be putting up another YouTube post to ask you guys what you want to see in my next video and what shape you want the home to be. But thank you all so much. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.